salute you, Mr. Veggie Burger Griller.
Mr. Veggie Burger Griller.
Summertime is cookout time, and most people throw a big, juicy patty of freshly butchered red meat on the grill. But not you. You prefer to be cruelty-free.
Where's that sizzling sound?
How, Mr. Veggie Burger Griller, do you like your burger? Rare, medium rare, well done, or just slightly sissy in the middle?
It smells like burnt popcorn.
What's next? A tofu wiener, for crying out loud?
Organic whole grain bun, yeah.
So at your next backyard barbecue, fire up the Flame Master 4000 and look out for the guy bringing his own food in an environmentally friendly canvas bag. Mr. Veggie Burger Griller, a real American hero.
Mr. Veggie Burger Griller.
Hey, that actually doesn't taste that bad.
In a world permeated with barbecue websites under the control of tyrannical administrators, there was one man, a one-man army. He broke all the rules. He allowed his members to speak out, give their opinions, and make the website what it is today. Get ready for Greg Rempe and the Barbecue Central Show.
From Cleveland, Ohio, it's the Barbecue Central Show.
It's the Barbecue Central Show on LA Talk Radio. A very good Tuesday evening to you wherever you may be. Apologize for the tardiness. Ran into a little technical difficulties. Our regular sound guy, Sam, is out of pocket tonight, and the very capable, and I use that term loosely, fill-in is none other than Johnny Dam from the Damage Report, which can also be found here on LA Talk Radio every day, Monday through Friday, from 2 to 5 Eastern Standard Time. So I do thank him for actually getting me on the air tonight. So we'll have a kind of a brief first segment, and then we'll go ahead and get into the rest of the show, hopefully catch up here. So if you know what you want to talk about tonight, again, real brief, go ahead and jump in on the phone at 216-220-0966. If you're not a fan of getting on the phone, getting on the air, so on and so forth, hit me up with a email at bbqcentralradio@gmail.com. Either way you want to do it, more than happy to have you. We can talk about a number of different things in case you don't have anything right off at mind there that you want to talk about. We can talk about last week's guest, who was Billy Bones. Shared a lot of insight on the world of Rib Fest, charitable events that barbecue really isn't talked about for, and a number of other things. So if you listen to that show, feel free to jump in. You can give me your thoughts. And pretty much any other thing you want to talk about in past shows. If you've had a thought on a guest, you just haven't had time to get in, you can do that. What's happening on the show tonight, next segment, and probably third segment, we'll be having Ray Lampe, Dr. Barbecue, back on the show. He has a new cookbook out that is in conjunction with the National Football League. It's a little up-and-coming football league. I think it'll catch on here soon enough. Let's go ahead and jump right to the phones. This is Barbecue Central Show. Name and where you're calling from, quickly.
Oh, yeah, Greg. This is Timmy again from South Carolina. This is Tommy too. We just wanted to tell you that we love you so much. We made a fan site for you. It's www.geocities.com/BigGreenGreg. We love you, Greg.
Thank you very much. Fan base. Thank you. I am humbled. Yeah, that's what I am. I'm humbled. All right. As I said, very brief first segment. Don't forget, fourth segment, new title, fourth segment, Free for All. You call in, you can get on, we can talk about barbecue, grilling, or whatever else is on your mind. Also, that'll be the segment that I give away a 2-pack of Petey River Swamp Sauce barbecue sauce. You can find out more about them at swampsauce.com. Thanks to Tim and the boys down there for donating the giveaway segment for the past many weeks. When we come back, Ray Lampe talking about the new cookbook in conjunction with the NFL, barbecue and grilling items, and whatever else that we can pull out of them. 216-220-0966, BBQ Central Radio at gmail.com. Scotty?
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show on LA Talk Radio.
Forget going from site to site to get all your barbecue and grilling supplies and make your first and final stop at Fred's Music and BBQ.com. In the market for a new barbecue pit, we have all the big name brands like Big Green Egg and more. As a matter of fact, Fred's is staffed by eggheads and carries every single part and accessory for the egg. More of a pellet head, you say? Then check out our full lineup of Traeger smoker grills. Fred also carries Pro-Q barbecue, Bradley, and Weber smokers, as well as a full lineup of charcoal grills. And once you're outfitted with your new cooker or grill, you'll find absolutely everything you need to make your barbecue and grilling experience a success. Fred is a direct retailer of companies that sponsor the Barbecue Central show, like Wolf Rub Barbecue Seasonings and the folks at the Barbecue Guru. But you can also get your hands on a full lineup of spices, rubs, and sauces to marinades, accessories, lump charcoal, wood chips, pellets, chunks, and even the great grilling tools by Stephen Reichland of Barbecue U fame. Check Fred out on the web at fredsmusicandbbq.com or check out their fully stocked showroom in beautiful downtown Chillington, Pennsylvania.
The future of barbecue is already here at thebarbecueguru.com. From the amazing guru that monitors and controls the temperatures of any charcoal, wood, or electric pit to the Caldera Tallboy knockdown smoker. Yes, it breaks down and stores flat, yet it's still a robust, sturdy, portable cooker and smokehouse. It also serves as an efficient temperature-controlled convection oven using wood or charcoal. The Tallboy is designed to fit all catering pans and can be used as a warming oven. You can cook in any style you choose. Make ribs, chicken, jerky, vegetables, smoked cheese, whatever you want. Take it to KCBS competitions and unload it from the trunk of your car. TheBarbecueGuru.com is where you'll find the Caldera 3-Bay Caterer. It's stainless steel and uses charcoal or sterno for chafing purposes. And it doubles as a 3-bay sink or wash station with hot water and knocks down in seconds with no tools required for transportation and storage. The future of barbecue is here at TheBarbecueGuru.com. That's www.thebbqguru.com or call 1-800-288-GURU.
The Big Green Egg is the most unique barbecue and grilling product on the market, with its unmatched capabilities and flexibility that surpass all other conventional cookers combined. It's a smoker, a grill, and an oven. You can literally cook any food on it year-round, from appetizers to entrees to desserts. The Big Green Egg lights fast, and it's ready to cook on within 10 minutes, and no need for that yucky lighter fluid. The ceramic walls retain heat with an accurate temperature control, so there are no hot spots. And since the top is down while you're cooking, there are no grease flare-ups. Its handsome, unique, and decorative design produces the juiciest and most succulent food you'll ever taste. And don't forget about the world-class customer service and the lifetime warranty that goes along with every unit. You can find out more about the Big Green Egg by visiting their website at biggreenegg.com. That's biggreenegg.com. The Big Green Egg, the most versatile and unique barbecue and grilling product.
This is Maddie Rempe from Cleveland, Ohio, and you're listening to Barbecue Central.
Now, let's get back to the Barbecue Central show on LA Talk Radio.
LA Talk Radio, it's the Barbecue Central show here on your Tuesday evening. Happy to have you aboard. Thanks for sticking me through the break. Again, I apologize for the technical difficulties there just in the first part. Nevertheless, as promised, joining me right now from, I believe he's currently at his home base there in Florida, it's Ray Lampe, Dr. Barbecue. Ray, welcome back to the show. How are you?
Hey, Greg, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hello? Can you hear me?
Oh, good. Okay. I thought we had a problem. I'm here. How are you, man?
Not too bad. At a little bit of a rough opening, but doesn't affect our segments, so we're good to go. Glad to have you back on the show.
Yeah, it's good to be here. It's it's always my favorite stop. I do a lot of things, but this is my favorite show.
Of course. So the book is out. Last time, I mean, I can't believe it's been probably 6 months since we've had you on last time. We talked about how the NFL cookbook was coming out. Now it is actually out in full force. So after it now has been out for a while, how's it being received? What are some of the reviews you've heard? What's your overall take on the book?
So far, so good. I mean, it was forever for me. I think we really literally started working on this about 3 years ago, the genesis of it. And it's just kind of how it is. It takes a long time, but it's finally here. And yeah, so far, so good. I actually did a book signing here in Lakeland last night, and everybody loved it. And that's the reaction I'm getting everywhere. It's really interesting because especially getting started, you watch. It's kind of like spring training for me. I'm getting ready to really hit it over the next couple months, and you watch people. And what's happening with this book is they pick it up, they look at it, and they buy it. And that's very cool. That's kind of what you hope to see happen.
I was going to say, that's,
so far, so good.
That's the emotion you're hoping to elicit from somebody that's at the bookstore, right?
Yeah. Well, I guess, you get that from a certain percentage, but, you kind of watch how many, and this one seems to be going real well. And so far we got 2 positive reviews on Amazon, and so far, so good. It's awful early, but it seems like we're off to a good start. And this book, too, this book's going to have such a long shelf life. Heck, the last one they did was 28 years ago, so I figure I can at least nurse 10 years out of this one.
Exactly. Now, you kind of touched on this just a little bit ago as far as promotions. You did a signing in Lakeland last night, as you said. What is your schedule for promotion, and what are you going to be doing to get this book out and really press out in a PR sense here?
Well, it seems like I'm doing interviews every day, radio and newspaper and stuff like that. We were just in Men's Journal. Actually, I just picked it up today, Life and Style Weekly, which is a supermarket tabloid. Because of my affiliation with Southern Hospitality, I get in stuff like this. The book is in there on the same page with Paris Hilton drinking a beer with like party recommendations.
Good company to keep, I guess, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, she's better looking than most barbecue guys that I know, so that's good news. So it's just really fun that because of those guys up there, I get to, I go into a whole lot of different places I never did before. And actually, we're starting next Monday is the official kickoff for me of the big promotion on QVC, which is pretty exciting. I've never done that before, and that's pretty exciting. Hopefully, that's where you really will get a read if people are going to like it or not. So we're hoping, got my fingers crossed on that one. But next Monday night at 6 o'clock Eastern time, I'll be on QVC. How's that for a booking? God,
you're going to get some FaceTime on QVC, huh? Yeah,
they're featuring the book at 6 o'clock next Monday night. I mean, so I don't know. It seems kind of bizarre to me, but I think it'll be good. I think the book's good. We're really hoping that the book's going to be a big deal of women buying it for men for Christmas. Right. I think it's got a lot of potential like that. So it's going to be interesting to see what we get out of QVC, but it's sure a good placement. It's a good sign that they would even have me on because they don't do a lot of books. Books is not something they often get involved with. It's kind of a small ticket item for them, and I don't know why they chose this one, but it was a good indication that the people are really going to like it. When you get it in your hand, I think you got a copy, don't you?
Absolutely.
It's a substantial book. I'm really proud of it. And you got to remember, when I send it off, it's a Word document. And there's folks out in San Francisco that poke at it and prod at it and pick this color and that material for the cover, and they got this girl out there that took the pictures that are just beautiful. And then we were able to, because the NFL is a partner, we were able to use, there's a company called Getty Images. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but they are like the keeper of the images. If you need a picture of whatever it may be, Getty has them all, and you buy them from them. Well, the NFL, of course, has a great relationship with them, so we had free reign to any Getty images we want. I think there was a Packer fan infiltrated the system, though, because there's a big picture of Brett Favre in there. I specifically requested no Packers and Brian Urlacher on the cover, but didn't go that way.
Not just because you're a Chicago guy. Of course, that would hold no sentiment in your heart to have Urlacher on the cover, right?
No, of course not. It was just, because he's good looking. But the good news is the Packer fans are all mad at Brett Favre now, so it's kind of nice having him on there in a Packer uniform.
Absolutely. So taking into account, as you said, the book is very substantial. I've read through it. There's a lot of, obviously, great recipes for the beginner, for the novice, for the intermediate, and then, obviously all the way up to, people that are a little bit more in the expert range. But, you go from rubs to, it's a full range, appetizers, entrees, desserts, all that good stuff.
I really did that on purpose. I put a lot of effort into the selection of recipes because every tailgate party is a little bit different. If you're on the West Coast, sometimes they're in the morning. And if you're in the East Coast, often they're late in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
People are different levels of cooking. Some people like to cook more complicated things. Some people are a little bit simpler. Some places it's warm and some places it's cold. I've done a lot of tailgating in Chicago, and it's a lot different than tailgating down here in Tampa. So
yeah, a little bit.
I really put a lot of effort into the variety of recipes that are there.
If you can, are you able to pull two of your favorite recipes out of that book and tell us about them?
I really think the macaroni and cheese soup is very cool. I think that was a good one. It was just an idea. It's one of them, I have a really cool job. I sort of lock myself in my house for a couple of months when it's time to work on recipes and just kind of try to come up with wacky ideas. I sit down and write a list of just kind of make up titles for recipes. And, I probably wrote down 150 things, and probably 120 of them actually ended up happening, in some fashion or another. Once you start doing them, some are just like, what was I thinking when I wrote that down? That can't really happen. Or it just never doesn't work out. But anyway, the macaroni and cheese soup. So I got to that one as I was starting to make them, and I thought, well, this is really a cool idea. But I wonder if anybody's done it before, because there's a lot of cheese soups out there.
Sure.
And I really couldn't find that anybody had done macaroni and cheese soup. So I'm claiming that one's the one that's going to make me famous. It's really good, too. I had a little chili powder, too, a little dry mustard, a lot of bacon. So that's definitely one of my favorites. And I actually cooked some the other day for a TV station in Tampa and had it for lunch, and it really is good, too. It's not just a gimmick. And, I don't know, there's a couple of pork tenderloins on a maple plank with a butter and maple syrup glaze. That's kind of an interesting one, too, a little bit more upscale. I kind of like that one. It's not all barbecue and grilling, which was fun for me to go out of the box of what my other books had been. I could really do some different things because tailgating, while it's a lot about barbecue and grilling, it's not all that.
Where's the best place for people? Obviously, we're broadcasting to at least 10 or 20 people. Where can people go to go ahead and pick up this book? What would be the easiest way?
Hey, I'll take them one at a time, man. That's all right. Amazon's got it. There's a link on my website. I'm sure there's a link on your website. Amazon's got it. They'll ship it right to your house. I know Costco bought a whole bunch of them. I haven't been in a Costco yet, but I hear they've got a bunch of them. And I know Borders bought a bunch of them. I heard Lowe's bought some. So it should be showing up everywhere. It's on NFL.com. So it should be, pretty easy to find.
All right, so we'll check that out. We'll chase people out to buy it, pick it up. As you said, one at a time or 10 or 20 at a time. They make great gifts. Your website, of course, is drbbq or drbbq.com. So when we get back, we'll talk about what you have going on with Sugar in the Raw, the contest with porktheotherwhitemeat.com, all that good stuff. And then if time permits, we can take some phone calls, whatever. So stick around. You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show here on LA Talk Radio.
The future of barbecue is already here at thebarbecueguru.com. From the amazing guru that monitors and controls the temperatures of any charcoal, wood, or electric pit to the Caldera Tallboy knockdown smoker. Yes, it breaks down and stores flat, yet it's still a robust, sturdy, portable cooker and smokehouse. It also serves as an efficient temperature-controlled convection oven using wood or charcoal. The Tallboy is designed to fit all catering pans and can be used as a warming oven. You can cook in any style you choose, like ribs, chicken, jerky, vegetables, smoked cheese, whatever you want. Take it to KCBS competitions and unload it from the trunk of your car. TheBarbecueGuru.com is where you'll find the Caldera 3-Bay Caterer. It's stainless steel and uses charcoal or sterno for chafing purposes. And it doubles as a 3-bay sink or wash station with hot water and knocks down in seconds with no tools required for transportation and storage. The future of barbecue is here at TheBarbecueGuru.com. That's www.thebbqguru.com or call 1-800-288-GURU.
The Big Green Egg is the most unique barbecue and grilling product on the market, with its unmatched capabilities and flexibility that surpass all other conventional cookers combined. It's a smoker, a grill, and an oven. You can literally cook any food on it year-round, from appetizers to entrees to desserts. The Big Green Egg lights fast, and it's ready to cook on within 10 minutes, and no need for that yucky lighter fluid. The ceramic walls retain heat with an accurate temperature control, so there are no hot spots. And since the top is down while you're cooking, there are no grease flare-ups. Its handsome, unique, and decorative design produces the juiciest and most succulent food you'll ever taste. And don't forget about the world-class customer service and the lifetime warranty that goes along with every unit. You can find out more about the Big Green Egg by visiting their website at biggreenegg.com. That's biggreenegg.com. The Big Green Egg, the most versatile and unique barbecue and grilling product on the market.
Forget going from site to site to get all your barbecue and grilling supplies and make your first and final stop at Fred's Music and BBQ.com. In the market for a new barbecue pit, we have all the big name brands like Big Green Egg and more. As a matter of fact, Fred's is staffed by eggheads and carries every single part and accessory for the egg. More of a pellet head, you say? Then check out our full lineup of Traeger smoker grills. Fred also carries Pro-Q Barbecue, Bradley, and Weber smokers, as well as a full lineup of charcoal grills. And once you're outfitted with your new cooker or grill, you'll find absolutely everything you need to make your barbecue and grilling experience a success. Fred is a direct retailer of companies that sponsor the Barbecue Central show, like Wolf Rub Barbecue Seasonings and the folks at the Barbecue Guru. But you can also get your hands on a full lineup of spices, rubs, and sauces to marinades, accessories, lump charcoal, wood chips, pellets, chunks, and even the great grilling tools by Stephen Reichland of Barbecue UFA. Check Fred out on the web at fredsmusicandbbq.com or check out their fully stocked showroom in beautiful...
This is Jennifer Palamas from Charlotte, North Carolina, and this is Barbecue Central.
Now, let's get back to the Barbecue Central show on LA Talk Radio.
Barbecue Central show on LA Talk Radio on your Tuesday evening. Happy to have you aboard. We pick up our conversation with Dr. Barbecue Ray Lampe. Ray, we just got done kind of talking about your new NFL barbecue tailgating cookbook. You're also the executive chef over at Southern Hospitality up there in New York City. That's Justin Timberlake's restaurant. How's that working out for you?
Yeah, that's been fun, too. I was just up there last week or week before, whatever it was, because it was Fashion Week, and Justin, his clothing line was like having a big event, and we catered it, and we did a bunch of appetizers and stuff. It's pretty, what does the world come to when I'm needed in New York for Fashion Week? But one of the cool things that happened, Justin was in the restaurant one night, actually for the night of the Chuck Liddell fight they were in the back room, and Leonardo DiCaprio comes in and is hanging out with him, which was pretty cool. It was funny because the people in the restaurant, as much as they know Justin probably won't be there when he does come in, it's almost like it kind of justifies their trip to the restaurant when they see him. But Leonardo DiCaprio was a big deal to the people in the restaurant. They were really excited about that. But, they were in the back room watching the fight. We can't just, the people mess with them. But anyway, it was pretty cool having him in. So I was getting ready to leave, so I went in the back to say goodbye, and I get introduced to him like, Ray, this is our friend Leo. That's how the introduction goes.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty funny, They're actually normal people once you get in the back room with them.
Now you have, as a man who wears many hats, you got your hands in a lot of different things. You're kind of signed on now with Sugar and the Raw. You're somehow affiliated. What's going on with Sugar and the Raw first, and then we'll kind of break it down on what Sugar and the Raw is versus regular table type sugar.
Yeah, that's a cool one. I mean, I'm just so lucky right now because I'm in the middle of all this other stuff. When it rains, it pours. I ran into the guy. I go to IACP, is the International Association of Culinary Professionals. There's a lot of authors and speakers and stuff like that, and they have a big conference. And I was there, and I saw a representative from Sugar and the Raw. So I went over to talk to him, and it was actually a guy from the ad agency down in Boca Raton. And I started talking to him. I said, are you aware that how many barbecue guys use your product and really like it? And he said, no, we don't know that. And I said, yeah, guys use it all the time. I said, you might want to put a little effort into, addressing the barbecue community, and I can certainly maybe help you do that. And they were interested in that. So we've got a nice relationship now. I'm doing some things for them. I'm actually going on TV in Orlando for them on Friday. We're going to go on there and cook something. There's a couple of recipes from me on their site, which is sugarandtheraw.com. I think it's going to be a nice relationship. And actually, this is the first time anybody's heard about this, but they have shipped 500 boxes of Sugar in the Raw to the American Royal, and each team's going to get a 2-pound box, which is very nice of them. It's a $5 box of sugar. And, they're real supportive. They're really excited about it, and they're happy to be involved with the barbecue community, and I'm happy to be the middleman.
All right, so break it down. We all know what, sugar is. We see it. It's white. It sits on our table, put in our coffee. But, like Starbucks has this Sugar in the Raw. It looks a little different, tastes a little different. What's it all about? Why does it differ from table sugar?
Well, it's just natural sugar. It all comes from Hawaii, and it's all real sugar before they process it. That's what sugar looks like when it comes out of the cane. And they have to process it to make it white, and then brown sugar is white sugar with molasses added back to it, which is kind of crazy. So it's kind of unprocessed sugar. Well, not kind of, it's what it is. I really haven't gotten with their scientists yet to get the technical definitions of it. But the reason barbecue guys have always liked it, and we believe that it burns at a higher temperature. And, for cooking, that's good because, it doesn't get all dark and you don't get that bitter burnt sugar taste. And I think that's true. We all use it like that. And geez, every barbecue man I know, that's one of the first things I ever learned. Some old-time Memphis and May cook told me about that years ago, and I've been using it ever since. And, I think a lot of guys do. It's great stuff, and it works out real well. And people like it. People are all about more natural kind of products nowadays, and it's certainly available everywhere. And it's got a really cool name, too. It's fun to be involved with people who just, market their stuff nicely like that. Sugar in the Raw, good name. So it's a nice product. I'm really, really pleased to be involved with them.
It always seems to fit more into the barbecue and grilling community when you have kind of a catchy name or a name that's outside of the box. Seems to fit in with the genre pretty well.
Yeah, we were talking about some possible slogans for making up some T-shirts specifically for the barbecue guys, and of course, XL, double XL, and triple XL I think would be the recommended sizes for barbecue guys, and so we have to figure out how racy we can get with a slogan that the company will still be okay with, and that the barbecue guys will enjoy. So it's fun to be the middleman on a project like this because it's a great product that so many of us use anyway. And it's a privately owned company, a bunch of nice people, a family, and I'm a lucky guy. I get to get in the middle of some really nice deals like this these days, and they're certainly one of them.
Now, something else that you were just kind of telling me about the other day is this contest that you can enter. If you win, you get flown out to a college football game where you're hosting a tailgate party. Give us the information about this, the pork contest, the website to go to, what it's all about.
Man, it's plugorama, ain't it? Yeah. I got too much going on. Sorry about that. It's all cool stuff, though. This deal is cool. The pork board, I've had some good friends over there for a long time, and we've been trying to figure out something to do together. And because of the NFL book, it just creates a great opportunity. These things kind of all feed off of each other. And so they called me up and said, we'd like to do a tailgating promotion and include you and, of course, talk about pork. So they flew me out to ultimately the deal is you're going to win a trip to come to the Fiesta Bowl. The pork guys are sponsors of the Fiesta Bowl out in Arizona January 5th. Well, who doesn't want to be in Arizona January 5th? So you got to go to theotherwhitemeat.com and you click, I think you see my face right on the cover of the first page. You click on that and you go to a place where you can enter the contest, and somebody's going to win a trip to come on out there, and I'm cooking for a VIP tailgating party, and we're going to get tickets to the game, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm really happy to be involved with those guys. And I was out there last week, actually. We went out there and did what we call a satellite media tour, where we set up shop right in front of the bowl, in front of the game or the stadium, and they have a satellite truck there and some cameras, and we talked to guys in 28 markets on TV and radio in the course of about 6 hours out in this field. It's a pretty wild thing to do. It's a lot of fun. I mean, I've never done anything like that before. It's not as easy as it looks, boy. You got to get your game on, and you basically recite the same thing over 28 times in a row. It gets kind of old, but it was a lot of fun. I'm a pretty lucky guy. I get to do a lot of cool stuff like that now. And they're great people. The pork people are they couldn't be better. And my God, who doesn't like pork? It's again like the Sugar in the Raw. Heck, it's not like I didn't use it anyway. So, I take some pork, put some sugar on it, put it on my big green egg. Man, I'm living good.
Are you? Do you have a set recipe or a set menu for that particular event you're going to be catering then for the winter?
Well, the 4 recipes we've been using, these recipes are all over at theotherwhitemeat.com as well. There's 3 recipes out of my new book, but there's a tropical pork chop recipe. It's marinated with some coconut milk and key lime juice and a little bit of coconut rum and some other guava paste, a couple other things. And there's that pork on the plank recipe that I mentioned. And the 4th one is a spicy spare rib recipe, or the 3rd one, I should say. And then they had a recipe they wanted to include as well that was a real easy, a simple kebab, what do they call them, kickoff kebab or something like that. And it was a nice one, too, and I didn't mind that at all. Because the thing was, if I'd have known I was going to do this tailgating thing or this pork thing when I wrote the book, I'd have worked in a couple more pork recipes. But actually, we had those 3 good ones out of there, so those are the ones we're running with. And they're good recipes. It's a nice deal. Again, who doesn't like pork? I'm happy to cook some pork.
Now, segueing
I don't get paid per time I say pork, though.
Yeah, exactly. Now, segueing kind of out of all the other, the cool things you have going on.
The plug-orama is
exactly,
done.
Exactly. The last week we were talking to a guy who is in. It's funny because it never fails to me, or it never fails to amaze me how staunch barbecue guys get on certain subjects, whether it be cookers, whether it be foiling your ribs or your pork butts or your briskets, or what's a true barbecue competition, what isn't. Well, that certainly fit into what's a true barbecue competition and what isn't. There's these things called, these rib fests or these rib burn-offs, which are not to be confused with what you're familiar with doing or what we typically would talk about on this type of show, whether it be a KCBS or an FBA or an MIM type situation. What can you tell us about rib events and kind of how they're structured and how they differ from the competitions that we talk about?
I don't know anything about those. I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
No, I know a lot about them. I grew up right down the street. I used to go to Naperville all the time, which is one of the biggest ones in the country. I've actually judged out in Reno, and I've been there for the week we shot the TV show there that one year, and I know a lot of those guys. What they do is a great thing, man. People love it. They go there and they cook a bunch of ribs, and the people really enjoy it. And they do have a contest. They do have a judging at some point during the weekend, but the reality is those guys, that most of them aren't really there for that. And frankly, I can't get in because if I tried to call up and sign up and pay the $1,500 entry fee, I don't have the ability to sell that kind of volume of product. So that's why I have a problem with them, because, as comparing it as a real contest, because it's just kind of not really open. The American Royal, there's 500 teams coming, and anybody with $300 can come and cook and possibly win the American Royal. So they can't really. We can't really enter their contest, and they can't really enter ours. So, but that's one of the problems with barbecue. There are so many different facets of it. I was on a flight the other day with a guy from one of the major barbecue sauce companies, just by accident. Happened to see him in line getting on plane, and we were talking. And my God, this guy, it's all barbecue, but you take me and you take him and you take Billy Bones, and my God, man, none of us are really in the same business. We call it all barbecue, but it's totally different, and it's kind of a problem. It's okay, but somehow we have to try to force fit it all under the same umbrella. I think what those guys do is great because, like I said, the public loves it. There's one over here in St. Petersburg. I don't like the confusion, but I don't necessarily blame them for it. But certainly, I have a lot of people ask me if I'm going to be cooking over at the St. Petersburg Rib Fest, and I doubt that I could get in even if I tried, and I certainly couldn't cook enough ribs to justify paying the entry fee, and it's a different thing, and a lot of them are. One of the things people don't know, a lot of times those guys, the same guy owns 3 or 4 of the teams, and there's nothing wrong with it, but they're generally almost closed events. So, I don't have a problem with them at all, but I just don't like when people mistakenly think that it's the same as the cook-offs that we do. There's a cook-off here in Lakeland that anybody with $300 can come and compete against most of the best teams in the country. They don't need to have 2 big Southern prides and the ability to cook thousands of ribs to compete in ours. So they're just very different. But again, the man in the barbecue sauce business is not really in the same business as me either. And frankly, at this time, I'm not in the same business as anybody. I'm making it up as I go along. And you're kind of in the barbecue business too. But what do you really have in common with a rib burner or a or barbecue sauce, man. And the term rib burner, I don't think those guys like it, but I don't think anybody means anything wrong by it. It's just a name that caught on long time ago. I don't think anybody means anything by it. Those guys, most of them serve pretty good ribs. I eat them. If I'm, I go to, like I said, I used to go to Naperville regularly, and if I'm in Reno, I eat them. I don't have any problem with what those guys serve at all. Some of them are real good guys, and some of them actually, Butch up there in New Jersey, Butch has competed on the real barbecue circuit and done real well. Jack McDavid actually does some rib burn-offs and does well on the regular circuit. Bill Milroy at Texas Rib Rangers, he doesn't do too many of the big rib events anymore, but he used to, and Bill's as good as anybody when it comes to cooking in real contests. So there's plenty of guys that have crossed over. Guys down Hubert Green down in Texas, and there's a whole bunch of them guys that have done it both ways. So it's just two different things. That's all I think.
Ray Lampe breaking it down for us, talking to us about the cookbook, about Sugar in the Raw, about Pork the Other White Meat, and about his thoughts on the differences between real KCBS or barbecue competitions versus the rib burn-offs. Ray, always appreciate the time, always appreciate the insight, and I'm putting a roundtable together, so I'm going to be hooking you up for that one, too.
Okay, Greg. No problem. Love to do it again.
Thanks, Ray. Take care.
Take care, man.
Ray Lampe. Go ahead and check out any of his many websites that you can find his stuff on right now. His personal website, drbbq.com, sugarintheraw.com, theotherwhitemeat.com, superplugmasterwilliejones.com. Of course, the last one was just a joke. When we come back, fourth segment, free-for-all. Fire up your phones, call in, weigh in on Dr. Barbecue if you're so inclined, about Billy Bones last week, about the wine guy from a couple weeks ago, about Ted Reeder, the Canadian plank griller and barbecuer. What have not. It's the fourth segment free-for-all, plus the first person to call in and say, I want the sauce, gets PD River Swamp Sauce, 216-220-0966. Scott?
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show on LA Talk Radio. The Big Green Egg is the most unique barbecue and grilling product on the market, with its unmatched capabilities and flexibility that surpass all other conventional cookers combined. It's a smoker, a grill, and an oven. You can literally cook any food on it year-round, from appetizers to entrees to desserts. The Big Green Egg lights fast, and it's ready to cook on within 10 minutes, and no need for that yucky lighter fluid. The ceramic walls retain heat with an accurate temperature control, so there are no hot spots. And since the top is down while you're cooking, there are no grease flare-ups. Its handsome, unique, and decorative design produces the juiciest and most succulent food you'll ever taste. And don't forget about the world-class customer service and the lifetime warranty that goes along with every unit. You can find out more about the Big Green Egg by visiting their website at biggreenegg.com. That's biggreenegg.com. The Big Green Egg, the most versatile and unique barbecue and grilling product on the market.
Forget going from site to site to get all your barbecue and grilling supplies and make your first and final stop at Fred's Music and BBQ.com. In the market for a new barbecue pit, we have all the big name brands like Big Green Egg and more. As a matter of fact, Fred's is staffed by Egghead and carries every single part and accessory for the egg. More of a pellet head, you say? Then check out our full lineup of Traeger smoker grills. Fred also carries Pro-Q barbecue, Bradley, and Weber smokers, as well as a full lineup of charcoal grills. And once you're outfitted with your new cooker or grill, you'll find absolutely everything you need to make your barbecue and grilling experience a success. Fred is a direct retailer of companies that sponsor the Barbecue Central show, like Wolf Rub Barbecue Seasonings and the folks at the Barbecue Guru. But you can also get your hands on a full lineup of spices, rubs, and sauces to marinades, accessories, lump charcoal, wood chips, pellets, chunks, and even the great grilling tools by Stephen Reichland of Barbecue U fame. Check Fred out on the web at fredsmusicandbbq.com or check out their fully stocked showroom in beautiful downtown Shillington, Pennsylvania.
The future of barbecue is already here at thebarbecueguru.com. From the amazing guru that monitors and controls the temperatures of any charcoal, wood, or electric pit to the Caldera Tallboy knockdown smoker. Yes, it breaks down and stores flat, yet it's still a robust, sturdy, portable cooker and smokehouse. It also serves as an efficient temperature-controlled convection oven using wood or charcoal. The Tallboy is designed to fit all catering pans and can be used as a warming oven. You can cook in any style you choose, like ribs, chicken, jerky, vegetables, smoked cheese, Chinese, whatever you want. Take it to KCBS competitions and unload it from the trunk of your car. TheBarbecueGuru.com is where you'll find the Caldera 3-Bay Caterer. It's stainless steel and uses charcoal or sterno for chafing purposes. And it doubles as a 3-bay sink or wash station with hot water and knocks down in seconds with no tools required for transportation and storage. The future of barbecue is here at TheBarbecueGuru.com. That's www.thebbqguru.com or call 1-800-288-GURU.
Hello, everybody. This is Gary Vaynerchuk, host of Wine Library TV, a.k.a. WLTV, and this is BBQ Central.
Previously on the Barbecue Central Show.
Barbecue Central Radio, name and where you're calling from.
Please be quiet. We're on again. Hi, Greg. This is Dan from Wachula.
Hey, Dan, what's up?
What's up? What kind of question is that?
What do you mean?
I'm calling in to talk about that gentleman that just called, that Walter from wherever that place was in New York.
Walt from Wilton.
What is he talking about? He's cooking horses?
That's
Is that some kind? Anyway, I'm not so disturbed about that, but I'm really excited about this guy, Billy Bones.
Why are you excited about Billy Bones?
Well, just think about it. He had this whole thing about the rubbing, and I don't want to get started because I know you'll hit that button. Don't hit that button.
Come on. What are you talking about?
It's the Barbecue Central Show on LA Talk Radio.
Barbecue Central Show on LA Talk Radio. Wrapping up, 4-segment free for all, 216-220-0966 for your chance to claim, not win, claim your two bottles of PD River Swamp Sauce, graciously donated by PD River Swamp Sauce Barbecue Sauce, which can be found at swampsauce.com. The winner of last year's Barbecue Central Barbecue Sauce competition, that was PD River Swamp Sauce. That's right. So call in, 216-220-0966. Tell me you want the sauce, and Tim and the boys will ship it right out to you. How about that? Don't worry. This barbecue sauce is free. That's right. It's free. Thanks again to Ray Lampe for coming on for the last 2 segments. I guess now that I'm looking back on those 2 segments, it did seem like we were running through a lot of plugs. But look, the guy's got a lot of things going on. I would imagine he's one of the lucky few that have been able to parlay a barbecue career or a barbecue passion into some type of job, and he's reaping the rewards for it at this point. So anyway, we go to the phone lines, Barbecue Central Show, name and where you're calling from.
John from Rochester, Minnesota.
Hey, John, how are you tonight?
Doing good.
What can I do for you?
Calling for the barbecue sauce.
John gets the sauce. It's not just barbecue sauce. It's PD River.
Tell me more.
PD River Swamp Sauce barbecue sauce.
Sounds good. Sounds very good.
You can find out more about that as you're anxiously awaiting it to arrive at your door. Swampsauce.com. Actually always have at least a case on hand. It's really good, really unique. So you'll be very happy. Well, at least I hope you'll be very happy. Let me know what you think about it. So this is what you want to do. Go ahead and email me at bbqcentralradio@gmail.com with your shipping address. I'll ship it down to Tim, and he will get your order out. It will leave this Thursday, so you should have it by the weekend.
Awesome. I appreciate it.
All right, John, thanks for calling in.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
Take care. John from Minnesota. Minnesota? How about that? I'm writing down Minnesota. I don't think I've had a caller from Minnesota. John, thanks for listening. And we'll forward that down to Tim. You will have your sauce. I have my winner. And life is now good. And I believe at this point we can call it a night. Again, thanks to Ray Lampe for joining me tonight. You can find out more about him at drbbq.com. That's drbarbecue.com. That's his personal website. You can find out about all things related to Ray Lampe at that website. You can also check out sugarandtheraw.com. You can also enter the contest that he has going in association with the pork people. That's at theotherwhitemeat.com. See, Dad, I didn't say the that time. Theotherwhitemeat.com for your chance to win, or at least your chance to enter to win a privately catered event barbecue type deal at the Fiesta Bowl January 5th. I echo the sentiments of Dr. Barbecue. Who wouldn't want to be there on January 5th? I know I would. Ray, give me a free pass. Swear. I won't tell anybody about it. Thanks again to Ray for coming on. Thanks to the callers. Thanks to John for calling in, winning Swamp Sauce barbecue sauce at PD River Swamp Sauce at swampsauce.com. Coming up after me at 10 o'clock, Broad Topics. 4 broads, a bottle of Burn Low, and a whole lot of good time. So check them out. Again, that's 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, right after me. Thanks to my sound engineer tonight, Johnny Dam, of the Damage Report, which can be heard on latalkradio.com every Monday through Friday, 2 to 5 Eastern Standard Time. Fall in love with the First Amendment all over again. Thanks to Johnny, Southern California, Los Angeles to be exact. Steelers suck, regardless of what you and your wife say. Next week, we will have Bob Beeman from Gold Barbecue. Talk to him about his competition win a few weeks back. We'll see you back here next Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, this is your program host, Greg Rempe, for the Barbecue Central Show. Good night now.
Forget going from site to site to get all your barbecue and grilling supplies and make your first and final stop at Fred's Music and BBQ.com. In the market for a new barbecue pit, we have all the big name brands like Big Green Egg and more. As a matter of fact, Fred's is staffed by eggheads and carries every single part and accessory for the egg. More of a pellet head, you say? Then check out our full lineup of Traeger smoker grills. Fred also carries Pro-Q Barbecue, Bradley, and Weber smokers, as well as a full lineup of charcoal grills. And once you're outfitted with your new cooker or grill, you'll find absolutely everything you need to make your barbecue and grilling experience a success. Fred is a direct retailer of companies that sponsor the Barbecue Central Show, like Wolf Rub Barbecue Seasonings and the folks at the Barbecue Guru. But you can also get your hands on a full lineup of spices, rubs, and sauces to marinades, accessories, lump charcoal, wood chips, pellets, chunks, and even the great grilling tools by Stephen Reichland of Barbecue U fame. Check Fred out on the web at fredsmusicandbbq.com or check out their fully stocked showroom in beautiful downtown Chillington, Pennsylvania.
The future of barbecue is already here at thebarbecueguru.com. From the amazing guru that monitors and controls the temperatures of any charcoal, wood, or electric pit to the Caldera Tallboy knockdown smoker. Yes, it breaks down and stores flat, yet it's still a robust, sturdy, portable cooker and smokehouse. It also serves as an efficient temperature-controlled convection oven using wood or charcoal. The Tallboy is designed to fit all catering pans and can be used as a warming oven. You can cook in any style you choose. Make ribs, chicken, jerky, vegetables, smoked cheese, whatever you want. Take it to KCBS competitions and unload it from the trunk of your car. TheBarbecueGuru.com is where you'll find the Caldera 3-Bay Caterer. It's stainless steel and uses charcoal or sterno for chafing purposes. And it doubles as a 3-bay sink or wash station with hot water and knocks down in seconds with no tools required for transportation and storage. The future of barbecue is here at TheBarbecueGuru.com. That's www.thebbqguru.com or call 1-800-288-GURU.
The Big Green Egg is the most unique barbecue and grilling product on the market, with its unmatched capabilities and flexibility that surpass all other conventional cookers combined. It's a smoker, a grill, and an oven. You can literally cook any food on it year-round, from appetizers to entrees to desserts. The Big Green Egg lights fast, and it's ready to cook on within 10 minutes, and no need for that yucky lighter fluid. The ceramic walls retain heat with an accurate temperature control, so there are no hot spots. And since the top is down while you're cooking, there are no grease flare-ups. Its handsome, unique, and decorative design produces the juiciest and most succulent food you'll ever taste. And don't forget about the world-class customer service and the lifetime warranty that goes along with every unit. You can find out more about the Big Green Egg by visiting their website at biggreenegg.com. That's biggreenegg.com. The Big Green Egg.
If you see a faded sign at the side of the road that says